The next recipe, as part of Let's Keep Going, a body based memoir in motion, is simply bone broth, a quiet return to what nourishes. Although this is not a recipe, but a remembering. Bones, water, and time. When I was preparing to record this video, I kept thinking I didn't have enough time to do it. And I think that was defeating the entire purpose of this video. It was to show that it actually doesn't take a lot of time. Just gather all of your ingredients, frozen bones, and the frozen remnants of vegetable cuttings from the past, whether cabbage core or celery bottoms, carrot ends. Just throw it all in your Instant Pot. You can also gather some vegetables that may be going bad and not good enough to sort of cook fresh. Here I had some Swiss chard and some leftover carrots and some beets and also some radishes. Throw it all in there, top it with some filtered water, and you add whatever seasonings: turmeric, ginger. I use Celtic salt, black pepper to sort of um, stimulate the uptake of the curcumin and the turmeric, limes, lemons. And apple cider vinegar is also necessary to help break down the bones itself so that the collagen can be pulled out of it to add to the nutrient properties of the broth. There's a lot of talk about bone broth these days in terms of it having a high histamine property. And while this is true and something that we all try to avoid, especially those that have inflammatory diseases or are on an anti inflammatory diet, what's important is to not cook the broth for too long, anywhere from 90 minutes to 2 hours. And once the broth is cooked, you want to cool it immediately and not let it sit out. The longer you cook it, the longer you let it sit out in heat, the more histamine it will release. And so, for something that is culturally known to be so healing, there is sort of like this opportunity to have a relationship or a perspective where you can find something wrong with everything. And so when you learn about wellness trends or so, you have to decide for yourself like what makes sense, what works well for you and your body and your family and your loved ones, and experiment and also trust. And the idea when you do package the broth when you're done is package them in smaller quantities so you can freeze them and defrost them just as you need them. Bone broth. So simple.